All right, welcome back to this week of NFT Weekly Fix. We got some good ones lined up for you. I think we're starting to slowly get away from our free mints with no utility, amongst everything else going on in the crypto world. This first one we got loaded up for you here, it actually has kind of a unique background to it. So, long story short, this is Ryder Rip's BAYC collection. Yeah, it looks a lot like the Bored Ape Yacht Club. In fact, if we scroll down and look at some of the pictures, some would say this is the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Now, here's the funny thing to it. Right here, they say in this description, you can't copy an NFT. The reason you can't copy an NFT is more for the information located in the metadata, not necessarily the picture itself. Um, So kind of think of like the picture is the actual picture and the metadata as the framework that the picture sits in. Not exactly the same. So because of that tiny little loophole, which if you go to their website, rrbayc.com, you'll notice they have a lot of fancy little black and white paperwork here, which pretty much just says that he reminted his CryptoPunk uh, because he can. I mean, he has the picture, and then really the non-fungible aspect falls more in the metadata as opposed to the actual picture itself and the JSON file, not really the PNG file. So because of that, there's a loophole, and he was able to jump through it with this Digital Millennial Copyright Act, and basically there's nothing Yuga Labs can do about it, or Larva Labs can do about it. So, with all that being said, he pretty much copycatted the collection and resold it, kinda. They did sell out. If you go back to their OpenSea page, and I mean, we're looking at 3,100 Ethereum in volume. That's pretty damn good. Long story short, um, we've got about 2,700 owners, about 6,600 items. Um, so a nice diverse community. Um, there's no utility on this, at least none that I've found so far. I lied. Right here, it allows you to trade Yuga Lab assets without fees. Which really is because it's a different collection, so there's zero royalty fees. Um, Long story short, not much going on here. Definitely hype project. The fact that it's a replica of the Bored Ape Yacht Club might actually hit. Let's look at their activity. All right, it's been a few weeks, give or take, and started right here about point 0.8, very similar to Bored Ape Yacht Club, and now they have breached over that, almost double. Um, and if we scroll down, you'll see some of the sales. A lot of people 10x'd on this project real easy. And honestly, they might do a little bit better, depending on how this particular collection goes. I know right now they're doing NFT NYC, and the Ape Fest situation's pretty heavy out there. It's always been a very liked collection, so I could definitely see this collection doing a bit more than a 0.85 floor price. But just remember, those NFTs are unique, non fungible, um, and most of that falls in the metadata. So let's skip to the next collection, but that is definitely worth looking into. rrbayc.com. Um, I don't know, just one of those catchy little loophole situations. Could be very beneficial. Next on our list is Feet and Eyes Guys. And basically, this is an art collection of guys that only have feet and eyes. A few things that I do like about this particular project. One of them, most important, is the team's doxed. This is Caitlin, but let's scroll up a little bit. And there's Caitlin Crotenberg, Sam Gorey, Daz Frank, Brandon Davis. I know a Brandon Davis, that's funny. Jay Rosinski, and Adam Hunter. Um, Fully doxed team and fully doxed founder. Those are major for me. So if I lose my money, I'm coming for her. No, I'm kidding. It just makes it less likely that anything's gonna happen. Skip back to the top here, and generative cartoon guys, hand drawn attributes, and look at that. They were born in 1989, probably in like a second grade classroom. And let's keep going down here. They've got 6 categories, over 300 million possible combinations. Right on. And let's look at some of the things they plan to do. We have the arcade. Very popular with a lot of NFT collections is to integrate some sort of video game, most likely a play to earn situation. So they'll probably create their own token as well to go with that, which is really cool. Scroll down. There is a progressive reveal. So they're going to reveal one trade at a time. Kind of cool. I like it. This is the important part. Let's look at the roadmap. What are we doing here with this collection? From my understanding, it started off as a free collection, so might be limited on the things that we can do, given that it's a free collection. But let's go ahead and look. And community chest. So there's going to be a community wallet, probably a DAO associated with that. Yes, this goes in hand with the video game. And everybody has to pick a team. Which side are you on? A little bit of like friendly scrimmaging, if you will. And first wave of merchandise. And more merchandise coming post mint. Partnerships, collaborations. This is where I feel a lot of collections tend to explode in a good way. That when you get the right partnership with the right company or the right people, a lot of things can happen for you. So that's always good to see that they're active. And let's see here, the arcade that we spoke about earlier. And Mint began a few days ago. We'll hop over to OpenSea and see how they're holding up. And progressive reveal, which I kind of like because most collections either do no reveal or everything at once, which is fine. This kind of breaks it down and expands that reveal situation. It could be good for secondary sales for like rarities and stuff like that. And lastly, the future. Yeah, so I'm sure they have more to come. This does not say end, it says ... So there's more to come. And again, back to our team. We have creators, artists, community developers, project advisors, and my favorite, lead developer. Gotta have this guy, or else nothing gets done. A little bit about Caitlin, if you want to read up on it, and her cute little puppy dog. And let's see what we get. It's a pretty cool one. Concerting eyes and wheels for feet. So let's hop over to their OpenSea. And first of all, blue check mark. Always good. verified. It doesn't mean you're safe. It just means that we know a lot about the people that are in control of this project. Um, Scroll down. There is 11,111 items, of which 6,000 owners. So pretty much everybody's got two, which is very healthy. Um, Still under review. Actually, you know what? They have progressively revealed the eyes. So now you know what your eyes look like. Um, After that, of course, is probably the feet and then the accessories and such. Long story short, 358 Ethereum in sales, or in volume, I should say. 359 in volume. Phenomenal. Let's look at their Twitter. Twitter's got about 20,000 followers. It's very good for a secondary market. And I believe they started off as a free mint. Let's see if they'll admit that. And here we go. Free plus gas. That's how it started out. The only difference between most free collections and this free collection, a couple of differences. One, they actually have a roadmap. Two, they have a fully doxed team with blue check marks on OpenSea. Things like that that show there's probably a lot more longevity in this project as opposed to, say, I don't know, elftown.wtf. So definitely worth looking into 100%. And next, which is going to be our free collection of the week, Rich Bulls. And Rich Bulls, again, like most free collections, are just a lot of flash. But that's fine. Like I said, their concept is to kill it on the secondary markets. And there's only 3,000 of them. A lot of projects I've noticed with these free mints, there's only roughly about maybe like 10,000 or so, which is great. However, that's a lot of free stuff to give away before you can build up that secondary market. So for these folks to put it in at 3,000, it was pretty smart. That's what I would have done. And let's click over to their Twitter, see what they got going on. Absolutely nothing. 775 followers. But that's fine. Like I said, this is a free collection, which is probably most likely going to kill it on the secondary market. That's how they plan on making their money. So you really don't need a lot of followers. You just need a lot of followers that talk a lot. A few followers that talk a lot. From what we've seen, we've got 633 owners. Floor price is 0.008, which is like $10. And they've done about 43 Ethereum in volume. Let's see how relatively new this collection is. Yeah, that's fantastic. They've only been out for like a day or so. Some things we'll notice: we went from a free mint almost to a 0.15. Look down here. Yep. No, so I mean everything's started off free. Most of these sales have been for roughly about $10 or so. That from 0 to 10, that's an infinity profit increase. But no, it's all profit. And a lot of times on these collections, they don't give you a total mint cap. So some of these folks, like Mystery Box, Rich Bulls, some of these folks have minted, 30, 40 of these, and It's all free money. So definitely worth looking into on the free collections. This one's called Rich Bulls, just dropped. Um, get in while it's early. Let them build up the hype. These collections I've noticed last about a month, month and a half. For your average ones, of course, there's a couple others that'll probably last a little bit longer. Um, but with no roadmap, no utility, it's kind of hard to build the longevity of a strictly JPEG. So we'll see exactly how this collection plays out. But I mean, it's still relatively early. It's only been out for a day. It's super low in price. Um, there's not a lot of items to mint, so things like that that build a strong secondary market for you. Nonetheless, I think that pretty much wraps us up this week. Like I said, we have the rrbayc.com collection, which I actually think is going to do pretty good. It's a little bit expensive, theoretically. You know, that's like, I don't know, $900 today. But at the same time, I mean, you've seen the Bored Ape Yacht Club literally go from 0.08 all the way up to like 80 Ethereum. So it's had 1,000x on that collection. This is a replica of that collection. Might be worth looking into. Feet and Eyes, guys. Blue check mark. Um, Decent roadmap. Um, I feel this one out of the three is probably the safest. And lastly, high risk, of course, Rich Bulls. So definitely check it out. Um, Thank you for tuning in, and you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you again soon.